Close your eyes if it feels okay. Not to escape anything, but because there are moments when seeing too much only scatters us further. Because options are endless, too many choices, too many versions of the same commodity, too many versions of the same experience, too many possible connections. It becomes hard to focus, hard to intentionally invest yourself, hard to stay present. There is a particular kind of exhaustion that doesn't come from doing too much, but from holding too many versions of a story at once. Parallel timelines, different life modes, different emotional threads running at the same time, asking to be understood, but never fully converging. So breathe with that for a moment. Inhale, as if you are gathering all the scattered pieces of your attention back into yourself. Exhale, as if you are refusing to chase anything that refuses to be clear. Again, inhale, exhale. Now listen gently. Maybe we seek the sensation of freedom, maybe even liberation. Maybe we explore concepts like non-attachment, non-possessiveness, or detachment, not needing to own and mostly not being owned by anything or anyone. In yoga philosophy, non-attachment, aparigraha, is not grasping, but still fully choosing, fully loving. It is a beautiful concept. You invest, you love, you practice, no matter the outcome. It translates to, I can love you without trying to own you. I can desire without needing to control. I can receive without fear of losing. Not as an option, not only on a given day of the week because of a convenient moment, impulse. Not while being dispersed among endless other possibilities, but in a consistent, conscious way. But even the most sacred ideas can become something else in practice. Sometimes they become self-protection, a way to stay unclaimed while still reaching, a way to stay unbound while still touching everything. And so the question quietly turns inward. Is this liberation, or is it fear dressed as freedom? Let that question live in you for a moment, without rushing to answer it. Now imagine the experience of being open, open to possibilities, novelty, and endless options. Meeting people, enjoying connections, enjoying attention, enjoying validation. It can feel light. It can feel exciting. And yet, sometimes the mind becomes scattered. Attention becomes divided. The body becomes torn between choices. Planning becomes difficult. Commitment feels heavy. And everything stays slightly unfinished. It sounds simple when we describe it. But in reality, it expands. It multiplies. It becomes multitasking, like managing multiple projects at once, multiple conversations, multiple beginnings, multiple invitations, different emotional threads running at the same time, different expectations, different versions of the self. And we can gently ask, does this create freedom? Or does it create noise? Because holding many lives at once, many stories, many almosts, can be exhausting. Not always outwardly, sometimes inwardly. And maybe confusing too. Trying to stay emotionally present in narratives that never fully settle anywhere. And often, this isn't because we don't care. Sometimes it's because caring feels risky. Because choosing one path means letting go of another. Because depth requires vulnerability. Now bring it closer. Sometimes in that openness, we start measuring how much emotional presence is available here, how much closeness, how much access, what is possible without choosing, without investing, what is possible through spontaneity, through impulse, testing the waters. And there is nothing wrong with curiosity, nothing wrong with meeting people, exploring, discovering. But eventually, something in us wants truth, not performance, not fragments, because time is precious currency. Attention is sacred, and anything beyond a surface connection, anything deeper, requires something different. Intention, planning, honesty. No more half connection, no double layers, no emotional ambiguity disguised as openness. Because we are not meant to be available in fragments. And maybe some of us are learning gently to say, I nurture, I inspire. I care. I matter. I'm undivided. And I deserve to be chosen, not treated like an option. Let that land, not as defense, but as clarity. Now imagine a walk, not a dramatic ending, not a confrontation, just a half opening, a half ending, just a walk. A clearing of space inside the mind. The kind of walk where thoughts stop looping in circles because the body starts moving forward instead of the story. Side by side, shoulder to shoulder, aligned, synchronized, but still on different paths. Just a stretch of road that happened to overlap for a while. Just a few steps. No need to force meaning onto it. No need to turn it into something it isn't. And somewhere in that walking, something soft happens. The vague what if dissolves. Not because it was solved, but because it stopped being fed. And now it becomes something simple. Clarity arrives. I like you. I understand you. But we are in different life modes, aiming for different things. And that can be true. Without bitterness, without collapse, without chasing, without trying, rewriting reality to make it fit. Just truth, standing quietly where illusion used to be. A beautiful encounter, a beautiful soul, and sometimes not the same timeline. Now return to your breath. Inhale, clear, simple, present. Exhale, release what is not aligned. And let yourself stay only where there is clarity.